Good evening students, welcome to my video class. Today I shall teach you class 9 English supplementary reader book movements unit 6 weathering the storm in Ersama. Today is its part 2. The previous video was its part 1. Today I shall explain part 2. In part 1 we saw that Prashant decided to go to his village even though there was water, flood waters all around. He gathered courage. Armed with 2 long sticks, he set out to his village, and it was not a journey, it was an expedition. The condition was that wading through waters, sometimes swimming, he continued to his village, a 18-kilometer long journey from Ersama to his village. On the way he found 2 of his villagers. They were his uncle's friends, and all 3 persons together went towards their village Kalikunda. The road to village was not easy. There was a scene of devastation everywhere, all around. Not a single house in the villages they passed was standing. A lot of dead bodies, even of human, apart from animals, cows, goat, dogs, were floating in the water. They had to literally push the dead bodies to make their way. Prashant was so overwhelmed by the scene that he cried out aloud and cried for a long time. He was sure that no one in his family would have survived. Eventually, Prashant reached his village. His village was nothing but shambles of broken homes, uprooted trees, and dark flood water everywhere. The place where his house once stood was nothing, only pieces of the roof of his house and some household articles were found amid the flood water and broken branches of trees. He went to the Red Cross shelter to look for his family, and his happiness knew no bounds when he first found his maternal grandmother. Soon the news of his coming back spread in the camp, and all his extended family quickly gathered. They were so happy. They hugged him and were celebrated his homecoming. Now he reached his village, but a Herculean task lied ahead. There were 2,500 people in the shelter, in the Red Cross shelter. 86 people had died. All the 96 houses in the village had been washed away. They were all starving except coconut water and coconut fruit. But that too was scarce, had become scarce now. Prashant collected a team of young men from his villagers, and they all went to the local trader and convinced him to part with his supply of rice. They came back with sacks of rice to the camp, and after 4 days the villagers were able to find food to their full. First time they filled their bellies, they were able to fill their bellies. Prashant's next work was to clean up the place all around the camp. They cleared the filth, urine, vomit, and dead bodies from the place, from all around the shelter. Next, he tended the injuries of the people. They gave first aid to the injured people, and cases of fracture etc. were tended upon. On 5th day, a military helicopter flew over the camp and dropped some food packets. Then it went away without coming for the second time. Next day again, a helicopter approached flying above the sky. Prashant quickly gathered the children and put empty utensils on their belly. Helicopter got the message correct. From that day on, every day it came and dropped food packets, relief packets. Then now it was time to rehab the people. He became the leader of the village. They left the shelter and went back to their village as the flood water had receded. They started to build polythene tents once where their village stood. He organized a cricket match for the children to make them engaged, and he also gave the responsibility of orphaned children to the widows who had lost their family. He persuaded the women to start working in the Food for Work program started by an NGO. When the government tried to send the orphaned children and widows to shelter homes in cities, Prashant resisted the move. His opinion was that children and women should be kept among their own community so that they would not suffer from stigma and loneliness. And orphaned children were also settled inside their own village in new foster families. Now at the end we see that after 6 months after the devastation of super cyclone, Prashant's wounded spirit has healed because he had no time to look after his own pain. All his time, all his pain had been associated with that of the orphan children whom he took out from their darkest hour of grief. So this is the end of the chapter, and I hope you understood the summary of the chapter. Now you should learn the word meanings given in the glossary and revise the chapter so that you should be able to answer the questions in the exercise part. Thank you. Goodbye.